HDTV is brought to you by Harley Davidson Financial Services, Northside Harley Davidson and the Fraser Harley Davidson Group, and the Bayford Group, celebrating 100 years, along with Harley Davidson, Australia.
Gotta get on the road, gotta get on the gas. Got that white line fever, I really wanna pass. Gotta stay on the road, that feels like home. While sitting on my Harley, I'm never
All right, we're in LA for the launch of the 2018 Harley Davidson motorcycles. The new range. I'm waiting for Adam. Here he comes.
Dundo, keen to get a look at these new bikes, couldn't wait, so made his way across LA on some of this country's iconic roads, heading for a dealership where the new range was on display. And it's lucky he didn't wait for Adam.
Welcome to HDTV, coming to you from California in the United States of America, and we're in Glendale and run into my old buddy, Adam. How are you, mate?
I'm good to see you.
Outside a Harley Davidson dealership, as you would expect to find the marketing director from Australia, loitering. Now, we're here for a very special reason, and it is?
Model year 18 launch.
So the new bikes.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of them coming out.
There is, yep. We've got a whole range. We've got 8 new models that are in the market. And the next couple of days we're going to ride up over the San Bernardino mountain range up to Big Bear Lake, and we're going to have a ball. I hear the ride is absolutely sensational.
Good roads.
Beautiful roads.
Well, it's 40 degrees here and it's going to get hotter over the next few days. Smoking hot. So we're going to duck in here, have a chat to Jesse. Now, Jesse runs this. This is downtown LA, and this is kind of authentic Harley Davidson. 115 years, the
this year, the anniversary.
Going.
And I hear there's he's got a museum out the back as well with some old bikes in there, so we're keen to check it out.
And I reckon there's a few other Aussies sniffing around out here. You might see a few of them.
Could be.
Right on cue, Neil Brumby from Heavy Duty Magazine joined the boys for a bit of a tour. Also keen to take a look at these new bikes. On hand to meet the team was Jesse.
So how long have you been here?
We've been here for 42 years, since 1976.
How long have you worked here?
I've been here for about 2 years.
Okay. And you've been a Harley fan all your life, or?
No, actually not. I've only been riding for about 5 years.
Okay.
But that's how important and passionate it made me about.
You converted?
Yeah, definitely.
So all the new bikes?
All the new 18s are right here. Fresh and ready to rock and roll.
You excited with the 18s?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, love the changes. We're embracing it. This town is Los Angeles is ready for
those new bikes.
For the new bikes, yeah.
With so much to see in this store, the boys had to divide to conquer.
So you're going to go and have a chat with Jesse about the new bikes?
Yeah, I am.
What are you doing?
I want to go check the museum out.
Right.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
And I might go and get some clothes. I need a belt.
With the fair selection on display, he might be a while.
I know what I'm looking for.
And so does Neil.
So this is the new Fat Bob 114. It's awesome. Brand new for the motor company. It's the fastest, lightest production bike right now. It's about 9% faster and about 30 pounds lighter, 33 pounds lighter.
So where do you think Harley have pitched this in the market?
This is your new rider. It's somebody that may not have thought about Harley Davidson.
So it's a conquest model, do you think?
Definitely.
Pretty much what it is?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Also on show was a bike that's become an icon in Australia.
Okay, so Jesse, something you might not know. The Breakout is the biggest selling Harley Davidson in Australia.
Wow.
Has been for the last 3 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah?
Yeah, they sported it up. It's definitely, it definitely lost some of the same weight, and they put they got the 240 on the back like the Fat Boy, but it handles. It's next level.
You ridden one of these?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Some of the issues, with the 240 and the suspension, making it a little bit harder in turns, with the rake in the front, all gone.
They aren't dragging anywhere near the weight that some of these other bikes.
Oh yeah.
Also, I really love this. I'm loving this little instrument within the handlebar clamp.
Definitely.
That's cool.
Back over at Apparel, Dundo was also kicking goals.
Found it.
With the American summer before the Australian summer, Dundo planned on being ahead of the pack in the fashion stakes. A couple of style changes.
That'll do. That's one down. Got to get something for Paulie. Summer coming, breathable. I reckon that'll do him fine. Hope you like it, Paulie.
Wow. Jesse, take me back to the 50s.
The heritage, yeah, very beautiful. They've re-energized the heritage as a model, as a contender in the buying cycle, you know what I mean? Something that someone might consider that they may not have considered before.
This, to me, is what Harley do best. This is reinventing their past
Exactly.
to go into the future.
Exactly.
This looks cool, but it's completely up to date.
Yeah, vibrations are gone too. I mean, you're not going to feel any of that vibration on the handlebars. I mean, it's amazing. It really is.
I cannot wait to ride these in the next few days.
Neil and Dundo have had a look at everything new, but for Adam to get to the museum, he stepped in to move things along.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
All right.
thank you.
That's for Paul. You haven't met Paul? And there you go. They're not all for me.
Oh, hang on, don't forget this lot.
Oh, Adam.
T-shirts, look at this. What do you think of this one?
At least it's not black.
Good one.
My wife would say that. That's all right.
Lovely.
Glendale on the back. Is that for you? No.
My brother.
I'm going to say he's bigger than you, obviously.
It's pretty cool.
There you go, Monique. Rack it up.
Yep, let's go.
Maybe one last thing.
Get here, Gimp, does it suit me?
After the break, Adam finally gets a look at that museum. We're in the USA for the launch of the Model Year 2018 range of Harley Davidson bikes. First stop on the trip is Glendale Harley Davidson, where it's time to have a look at the museum. Dealer principal Oliver Shoku has put this collection together over the last 40 years.
Why is it that every dealer principal has a little stash?
Because they can. This is the RR. Eric Buell made 50 of these bikes.
Chain drive rear end to gear it for the
Yeah, absolutely.
twin disc front end.
So this is the jewel of the collection right here. 1969, the Daytona 200. We swept 1, 2, 3, and 4th place.
Really?
And this is the 4th place bike.
So this is the KR.
I've never seen one of these
No.
in real life. Very cool. Very rare.
And there's another rare one over here.
Now this is cool.
This is you, Dundo. Your Marja.
This will get me around Vietnam.
That would do. But come on, boys. There's some real gems over here, I've noticed.
Next that caught the eye was Harley's version of a postie bike, a 1965 M50 Classic.
Use a kickstart though, Dundo. There's no electric start on that one, mate.
They're cute, aren't they?
XLCR, 1977, another very rare motorcycle. This is what they've modelled the new release Roadster from.
The one
Parks
just
back to
down
this
now.
model. Yep.
With the upside down front end.
Yep. This is sort of what they styled it from.
Right.
This was a Willie G special.
Yeah, Willie G design.
Yep. Willie G design, yep. 1977, I believe.
And the little gems kept coming.
I was looking for a Vespa. Harley did do one. Have a look.
That's really great. Yeah,
Pretty cool though. Be good to have one in the shed.
Yeah.
It's called the Topper 165. It was Harley Davidson's attempt to cash in on the scooter craze in the early 60s. Unfortunately, didn't work. Failed. So the engine was put out to 165 and hence the name, the Topper.
Get out for a bit of a run. Don't you love it? The old pull cord. I think it needs a bit of choke.
They based it on a chainsaw.
Our boys were just getting comfortable, and there was plenty more to see.
It's not meant for you, mate.
But on the other side of town, registrations had begun for the media ride. So it was time to make a move.
All right.
Ready?
Let's go, Dundo.
Let's go. Only one problem. What do we put on the other side?
Where's the bike on?
Good museum, boys.
Great collection.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Great.
So you get to Glendale, make sure you come and see Jesse and the team. And how much to look up here?
A nickel.
A nickel.
Yeah.
Adam, you're up. He's still got his first nickel.
Nice.
Leaving this museum of fantastic old Harleys, it was time to get across town to some new Harleys, where all the media had gathered, just waiting on this last one. These journalists have been flown in from all around the world to test ride and review these new bikes. And when it's Harley, nothing's overlooked.
Someone needs a grammar check.
Oh, guys.
Spot the mistake.
All sorted.
Okay, here at Pasadena, we're at the Langham Hotel, and I've run into Pugs from Live to Ride. Hey, Pugs, how was your flight?
Long.
long. It's a bit of jet lag. And this is Matt from Harley. How are you, mate?
Yeah, nice to see you
Yeah,
again.
last time we saw Matt was on the Tacoma ride.
Yeah, we watched the Milwaukee touring bikes.
So now we've got these bikes.
Oh yeah, we got the brand new Softails. You're gonna have a really good
8
time
of
over
them.
the next couple of days. Yep, 8 brand new bikes. Got the Milwaukee 8 in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've done one wave of journalists. You've done the Yanks and the few. How'd they take it?
Oh, they had a great time.
Yeah.
We rode really one of the best roads in Southern California, Angeles Crest Highway.
That's what we want to hear. The roads. What is it like?
Legendary. It's legendary. I mean, you're going to go up and over the San Gabriel Mountains. You're going to go back on Highway 138 and up into Lake Arrowhead. You're going to do some loops around Lake Arrowhead, Big Bear, and you're going to come back and go back the other direction over Angeles Crest Highway. So you guys will be some of the first to get a chance to ride them.
There's 8 of them. I mean, that's a fairly big package to start.
Yeah. Plus the 114s. You're going to love the 114s too.
Well, thank you, mate. So you're not riding with us?
I won't be, but you guys have a great time, buddy.
No doubt they will. And speaking of great times, the journalists kicked back and enjoyed the full Harley Davidson treatment and discussed in anticipation these new bikes. Meanwhile, outside, the Harley Davidson road crew were putting their finishing touches on those bikes before putting them to bed. It's going to be a big couple of days. With this new range of model year 2018 Harley Davidson bikes now available in Australia, why not be the first to test ride them? Drop into Northside Harley Davidson, Fraser Harley Davidson, or Northern Beaches Harley Davidson and feel the difference. After the break, we're back to the USA and the media launch. We're in America for the launch of the model year 2018 range of Harley Davidsons.
Okay, it is the morning of the big ride, so the launch of the new Softails, and Adam, morning, and here they all are.
Very early morning,
It is. We're a bit ropey this morning, but we're all ready for a ride, just about to go and have brekkie. All the journos are over there, but this behind us is the new range, 8 new models.
Yep.
So plenty to choose from, so it'll be like a bit of a Le Mans start where you just...
they'll all be diving to get on
everyone
whatever
will run
bike they want.
to get whatever they can, so I'm picking mine out. I might try and get on the Fat Boy first.
Put your bag on it now.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Dundo and Adam headed back inside for the rider presentation and briefing, where the designers who'd put this fantastic range together gave everyone an insight on what to expect.
So good morning everybody and welcome to the launch of the brand new 2018 Harley Davidson Softail range.
Street Bob, really this motorcycle is not only our price point, entry point into the Big Twin family, it's also a beautiful, minimalistic, blacked out motorcycle that begs to be customized. It's really a canvas for personalization for this particular customer.
As the designers spoke, the journalists wrote, and they all have a different way of going about it. Being the first to deliver breaking news about these bikes to their readers is most important.
Very valuable, and I want to share just a little bit with you.
Meanwhile, outside, the other half of the Harley Davidson team are getting the bling ready.
We do for their photography, yes. You know, at least so that each wave starts out with a fresh, clean one.
Part of the next wave are our Aussie journalists.
So much information to take in short time. Normally when you come on these launches, it's one bike and you're just learning about that bike. Here we've got 8 bikes to learn. So yeah, been doing a little bit of homework, which is unusual for a launch to have to sit down and really study hard before you get on these bikes. But 2 days, 8 bikes, it's going to be pretty full on. It's about 1,000 degrees here already, so we'll see how we go. It's going to be a great day.
Chris wasn't the only one looking forward to the day.
I've ridden up this road before and it's really smooth and it's very twisty and it should be really good fun. A good test for the monoshock diners.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how they handle. I've got a Fat Bob, which is the interesting one because it's got the LED light on the front and it's the Dyna tail.
Yeah, that's
the Dyna Softail.
That's actually the one I'm looking forward to riding most. But I'm starting out on the Heritage, which is interesting because riding it in Queenstown back in March, it just felt so dated and in need of upgrading. So
Enough speculation, it's time to hit the road.
all right, boys and girls, we're just about to take off. So 2018s, I got the low rider first. I swapped with Brum all day, and he's on the breakout. So today we ride 4 of the new ones, so it should be good.
And to keep this crew in line, you need a good lead rider.
My name's Alex, I'm leading these guys. We've got about 300 miles to do over the course of 2 days. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of twisting roads, a few squirrels to dodge, all the way out to Crestline, onto Arrowhead, then back, Big Bear, and then back again, swapping bikes all the way.
And with that, they were off. We've hardly got out on the road, and already these bikes are impressing.
I've ridden it for about 2 miles, it's awesome. So far. Love the 114 engine. I love the Milwaukee 8 engine anyway. 114's just got an extra level of mid-range oomph, it's just beautiful. Even in the street environment, it's awesome.
Neil Brumby was also happy to be on a Harley Davidson. For Dundo, not only was the bike fantastic, but the US had turned on the weather. Off the highway, the team are heading for their first stop for the day, a photo shoot in the San Gabriel Mountains. Over the next couple of days, there'll be a number of shoots in different locations, giving all the journalists an opportunity for photos on different bikes. With this new range of model year 2018 Harley Davidson bikes now available in Australia, why not be the first to test ride them? Drop into Northside Harley Davidson, Fraser Harley Davidson, or Northern Beaches Harley Davidson and feel the difference. After the break, the great riding continues on the USA Softail Media Launch. We're in the USA for the media launch of the brand new 2018 Harley Davidson bikes. And after leaving LA, we're heading for the hills of the San Gabriel Mountains to a location selected for a photo shoot. And what a first ride on these bikes. Seems as though our riders aren't the only group enjoying this day on their Harleys. So far this morning, the team has ridden 80 kilometres from LA in around an hour and a half, making good time to the photo shoot destination just around the next bend. As the photographers set up, Alex gives the riders a rundown on how it'll all work.
Just go round here, up the top, easy hand, you can over, you go up, down, just what bike's over with that.
Just down the road, they were armed and ready.
7's right either way, 7's right either way.
So Gene, tell us where we are at the moment, mate. I seem to be a bit lost out here amongst the desert.
Angeles National Forest in the San Gabriel Mountains.
San Gabriel,
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And does this lead onto the San Bernardino mountain range?
They kind of butt up to each other, so we're going to be there later today. You know, our evening holdover spot will be in the...
So Big Bear Lake, it's San Bernardino range?
Correct.
Okay,
and
cool.
San Bernardino National Forest is what it's really called out there as well.
Oh yeah, cool.
With the locations on these rides specially picked, so too are the photographers.
All the three still shooters have
Third rider either way, third rider
been involved in shooting for at least 30 years.
And there's no rivalry, just admiration.
So, hey, what's cool is Tom Riles here. I grew up looking at his photos on my coffee table, and now I'm working with him.
Back on it, Kevin.
My name is Tom Riles. I'm one of the photographers hired by Harley Davidson to shoot this event. I've been doing this for 35 years, and we're here to make press photos for the journalists that are attending the event. And I specifically have a long lens and I'm shooting very tight product shots, you would call them. Very tight, descriptive shots of the motorcycle, and this is the glamour of my job, standing out here in 100-degree heat. That's about it.
Typical Tom, playing it down. Just take a look at some of these shots. These bikes are that impressive that even the California Highway Patrol dropped in to check them out. But with this photo shoot over, it was time to move on. Lunch was calling, and Dundo had worked his way onto the breakout. For this section, our camera bike rider was Adam Wright from Harley Davidson, and our cameraman did well to hang on. So far, the 2018 Harley Davidson range of Softails are off to a cracking start on our way through the San Bernardino Mountains. And we'll continue this ride next time on HDTV, where it's apparent these bikes are that good that some journos are starting to fight over them.
As long as everyone has a motorcycle.
This is another bike, the change her.
I don't think you're on that, Brum.
It says Neil. I don't care what I ride.
But others are very casual.
I have no idea, Dundo, and I don't know where we're going. I don't know most of the people. I've done no research, but I get on the bike and ride and have a good time, and that's what I'll do again today.
I'm happy with that.